Up to the mall, buy out the whole shit's Balenciaga on my fishing out for my new pin. I fuck with a fake rapper who gon' snitch. Yeah, pull against this, spin a band on my wrist. Touch on my hoe. Plug. Anything that. Yeah, smoke it. Oh Lord. It must be OG's cause they serving custody. They ask me how I'm feeling, my nigga, I'm feeling lovely. It must be.
So if you're a skateboarder, the first thing that you guys probably noticed in those clips that you guys just watched was that they're all wearing helmets, which is what we're going to be discussing in today's video. And I actually got all those clips from an Instagram page called Helmet Clips. It's a really cool page, and pretty much what it is like a repost page for skaters who wear helmets. I personally don't wear a helmet when I skate unless I kind of have to, like at a skate park that requires it. But I still support the page just because it's something different. You never really see pages that repost strictly people who wear helmets, because usually in skateboarding helmets are frowned upon, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. And I actually do find a lot of good skaters on this page that I like to watch. So if you guys back it, I definitely recommend you guys checking out the Instagram and giving them a follow. But helmets in skateboarding are super controversial, and what kind of made me want to film this video is because I'll just be scrolling through Instagram, I'll see the craziest trick on my feed. It doesn't matter how crazy it is, if anyone's done it before, but if they're wearing a helmet, the comments are just going crazy hating on them. Skaters actually think that somebody wearing a helmet can ruin the whole entire clip. It doesn't matter how crazy the trick is. Like I said, if they're wearing that piece of plastic on their head that protects them if they slam super hard, the clip is just garbage. It doesn't count. Might as well have not done the trick in the first place. Now, I personally don't hate on people that wear helmets. I have a few friends that wear helmets, and when I'm at the skate park and I see other skaters wearing helmets, I don't immediately judge them and hate on them. But I'm not gonna lie, I do get a little bit curious. I just kind of have that thought, like wondering if it's their personal choice or maybe if their parents force them to wear it. But whatever the reason may be, it doesn't change the fact that I don't care if another skater is wearing a helmet. It doesn't affect me at all. Too many skaters are worried about what other people are doing nowadays instead of worrying about themselves and just having fun on a board. The reason why I personally choose not to wear a helmet when I skate is, for one, the obvious reason, I find them uncomfortable, just like many other skaters. And two, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about this one as much, but me personally, I sweat a lot. Like way more than the average person, I would say. And I sweat quick too. So 5 minutes skating in a helmet, when I take that off, I'll look like I've been skating for like hours. I'll look like I just jumped out of the shower, like I'm that soaked. And it's not necessarily the best feeling being drenched in sweat. And three, they don't really make me any more confident when I'm skating. Obviously helmets protect you, but it doesn't make me want to go for a trick even more. Like it doesn't make me feel super safe to the point where I'll try something that I wouldn't try without a helmet, if that makes sense. Like I'm not saying I've never hit my head, because trust me, I've hit my head while skating before, but it doesn't happen frequently enough to the point where I feel like I need to wear a helmet in order to try something new. But there's still that question of why do so many skaters hate on other skaters for wearing helmets? I'd have to say it's about 50% of skaters who hate on other skaters for wearing helmets. That might be a big assumption. I don't know, maybe it's more, maybe it's less. But trust me, there's a lot of people who hate on helmets. But here's why I think helmets are so frowned upon. So just like I said in one of my previous videos where I was talking about pushing Mongo and why that's frowned upon, skateboarding has just turned into being all about style now and how you look on a skateboard, when it's supposed to be all about having fun on a board, right? Because I know that's what skateboarding is for me. But no, it's 2018. People care more about what a skater they found on Instagram looks like while they're skating rather than if they're having fun while skating. So that's why I personally think a lot of skaters hate on helmets, just because they think they look whack. Somewhere along the way, skateboarders developed that stereotype that helmets are only for beginner skaters rather than helmets are for protecting your head when you fall. So what I want you guys to do right now is answer in the comments below these 3 questions. Number 1, do you wear a helmet when you skate? That is, if you skate. Number 2, why or why not? And number 3, what do you guys think of other skaters who wear helmets? What I've never really understood is why vert skaters, who the majority of them do wear helmets, don't get as much hate as street skaters when they wear helmets. Like, I'm not saying that hate doesn't exist in the vert skating community, because I'm pretty sure it does. I'm sure they still get hate for wearing helmets and actually like elbow pads and knee pads, but it's just kind of like less common to see people hating on vert skaters for wearing helmets. You would think it's because vert skaters are skating like these huge ramps, like half pipes, bowls, but then street skaters are going down like the biggest handrails, the biggest gaps, the biggest stairs. So I'm pretty sure like the risk for head injury is about the same. I don't know, I've always been kind of curious about that. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. But what I think it is that street skating has kind of turned into all about how you look on a skateboard. In street skating now, it's all about looking natural on a skateboard and not adding anything artificial, which in this case would be the helmet and the pads. It's kind of hard to explain, but I also asked my friends from Bakersfield their opinions on this, and my friend Mowgli gave a really good point about looking confident on a skateboard. But before I show you guys that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I got to Bakersfield in the first place. So right now it's 7 in the morning and I stayed up all night. I got 0 hours of sleep again, except this time I wasn't just up all night doing nothing. This time I was actually editing the video that you guys hopefully saw before this, the How to Be a Trendy Skateboarder 2018. But I'm actually gonna be heading over to Bakersfield today. I don't know if you guys could tell by the title. I have no idea what this video is gonna be titled because I'm actually meeting up with Mowgli, and when I'm with Mowgli, literally anything can happen. The other day we were street skating in downtown LA till like almost 5:30 in the morning, and we met George Lopez in the middle of the night. Super random, but it was a really fun night. If you guys want to see a video from that day, I'll put a link to Mowgli's video in the description. He filmed all night. I don't know how much I'm going to be filming in Bakersfield. I don't know if I'm going to have multiple videos or if I'm just going to make one big one for the whole trip, because I am going for a few days. That's all I know. I don't know exactly how many days. From what I know right now, it's at least 3 days, because I really don't want to stress too much and worry about getting content, because the main reason I'm going to Bakersfield is to film for my street part, because I'm filming it with Mowgli. And then hopefully I could get a haircut while I'm in Bakersfield, because I didn't get the chance to get one here and film over before I'm just talking. I said I was going to stop talking. I will see you guys there.
Dude, don't film me, dude. I'm special. Ed.
Plasma spin on the spot. Oh, God. Front shove.
I can't go that fast.
Oh! We're literally going 30 miles per hour. Like 5. Fuck that. Just whoop this little boy and skate on the pyramid.
Oh, you did it. Hell no.
He beat me.
I've been up 5 days, I can't get no rest. I've been up 5 days, I can't get no rest. Hey, hey, I've been up 5 days, I can't get no rest. Stay inside my house, dodging questions from the press. She gon' fall in love, my nigga, what did you expect? Everybody love you when they know that you like it.
This is the only board I actually brought with me to Bakersfield, and as you guys could tell, it's on the edge of death. So hopefully we end up at like a skate shop or something, hopefully an active, so I can get a board. But shout out to this guy for beating me in skate on the pyramid. I did backside double flip and he got it on defense first try, so go follow him on Instagram.
Defense.
Yeah, defense.
It was clean.
No, I didn't say it wasn't clean. I was just saying that you were on defense because I set the trick and you landed it.
Oh, yeah. Lay chef? I'm lay chef got too.
That's how tired you are?
Oh, I can do the other way. Hold up.
Oh!
Get the one with me in it.
Which one do you want? This one?
This one. This is how the homie Kavao checks his boards.
We have a shoe. We got it early, and I guess if you go there, you get a skate with Chris Johnson and get a free pair.
He followed you. Yeah, but then he unfollowed me. If you guys are wondering why I paid for a board, it's because I have a morning wood package at my house waiting for me, but it came, I think, the day after or 2 days after I left, and this was just like a spontaneous last-minute decision to come, so I didn't really have time to wait for my package to get there. But I'm 100% still on morning wood. I'm just gonna be giving this board to my friend Jose because he needs one. He's getting back into skating. It's my last day here in Bakersfield. I leave tomorrow morning, and so far I've gotten a couple tricks for my part that I'm super hyped on. We're back here at Heritage Park. We got a few extra homies, and I'm gonna be asking Mowgli and Chris France what they think about helmets. Change of plans. I'm fucking sorry, Jose. I broke it on a kickflip front board on that flat bar. Follow him at Obey Freddy. Wow. Those are toe flips, by the way, in case you didn't know. Wow. Wow.
Okay, so first of all, I don't skate any huge gaps. The biggest thing I skate was an 8-stair, so I'm not too worried about that. I know you can, whatever, hit your head on flat, but I'm not too worried about it. And I guess it's also just so, as much as I hate to say it, it's really kind of looked down upon. I guess I would like to wear one maybe, but skaters do usually care about what other skaters think. I've thought about this, like if I wanted to skate transition, like if I wore like pads and a helmet, I think I would probably learn faster, but I just kind of forget about that.
I personally don't wear it because it's uncomfortable to have the straps around me. I have had an experience where like with facial hair, like sometimes I just don't want to shave it, I'm lazy. I'll click it and it'll get caught to the little click thing, whatever, of the helmet, and that just sucks feeling that. And then just starts rubbing back and forth. I don't like that feeling. Some helmets, I just personally don't know much about helmets. I know there must be comfortable ones, but wearing certain ones, I don't like the feeling of it. It might move a lot, and it's like it just doesn't feel right. It feels too heavy on me. I know it does protect you. I've in the past hit my head a bunch of times, especially when I tried to grind like this double set handrail. I just held onto the rail and it swung me down to the ground, and I had to get 8 staples on my head. So obviously it would have helped to have a helmet, but I don't hate them. It's just it doesn't feel comfortable to me, and I'm gonna be honest, when I wear a hat and a beanie, I feel safer skateboarding. If I just skate like this, I'll feel whatever, but like skating a huge set, like I'll honestly wear a hat just to like give me that placebo effect in my brain, like, oh, it's actually protecting me, even though it literally is really thin compared to a helmet. So I have nothing against helmets. I don't wear them because I don't feel comfortable, and it just doesn't feel right for me.
So I will say that ideally, I think I would like to wear a helmet, but as much as I hate to say it, I kind of do still care to a degree what other people think. Like, I'm so used to just being around people who aren't wearing helmets, so I'm kind of worried about like standing out, as much as I like don't like to admit that.
I think they're frowned upon just because like a yellow helmet, like that probably stands out a lot, and they just when people associate helmets, it's like, oh, this person probably is not confident with their skateboarding skills to the point where like they wear it. And I'm not gonna lie, when you see someone wearing a helmet, it just doesn't look street. As a street skateboarder, I've been skateboarding for 13 years. I know a lot about skateboarding, and I just personally never attacked any of these because I have nothing going against anybody. But personally, I could see why some people they might think they're too core for all that shit. And I'm like, dude, you're a skateboarder, and anyone that's probably skating with a helmet is probably way better than you. And it's like, I think it's just more of an opinion based off like what they learned from skateboarding. Like, this is just an example. Like, people that might follow FA, fucking awesome, they might think that YouTubers are like the lamest people ever, when it's quite opposite. Like, you're fucking talented at skateboarding, right? Compared to like someone that might follow FA and they're not as good as you. And it's not to say that you're better than them. The facts are there that you are better than them. They still talk shit. It's like there's no point. So there's just, at the end of the day, I like to just ignore everyone and just do what I like to do. If you like to wear a helmet, wear a helmet. You know, like, there's nothing bad about it. If anything, it's sick. You can slap stickers on it and actually rep harder. But I personally don't wear it because I just don't like how it feels comfortable. Maybe if there was like one, like a hat feel, skinnier, and like actually felt just more natural, like a hat feel, but it was like, you just put it on, that's your helmet, and then there's nothing around like to clip on, but it's just, it stays on protecting. If you do that with a helmet, I'm down.
Good answer. Go follow Mowgli on Instagram. Username will be on screen. Go follow Borderline. Let me see that hat. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I did film a little outro with Mowgli after I filmed his questions, but it was kind of weak. I didn't really like it. And I also wanted to address that he made a super good point about why he thinks skaters don't like helmets. He pointed out that some people probably see skaters wearing helmets and think, oh, they're probably not that confident on a board. And that actually does kind of make sense to me. I've never really heard anyone say that. Not saying just because it makes sense to me means that I'm gonna go start hating on helmets. I still have my same opinion on helmets, and as you guys heard, Mowgli doesn't hate helmets, Chris doesn't hate helmets. But Mowgli and Chris also have YouTube channels, and they post a lot more than me, so I definitely recommend you guys go check them out. I will have their links in the description, as always, when I do videos with other YouTubers. It was a super fun week in Bakersfield with them, staying at Mowgli's. I do wish I would have vlogged a little bit more, but I was just so focused on that video part, which I'm hyped that I got a few clips for. Be on the lookout for that, and thank you guys so much for watching. Stay until the end. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
I've been up 5 days, I can't get no rest. Stay inside my house, dodging questions from the press.